digest. From lane to the new shining ground, echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time, we march on through grit and grime. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire.
Yes, guys, good morning and welcome to THFC to a Die, home of top past, present, and exciting. Oh, hang on, did I come out? No, I didn't. Sorry about no camera. My camera decided to play hooky this morning, so I do apologise. So I'll take myself off that and I'll put myself into there and I'll make myself looking a bit smaller. This is why I don't do morning streams, because everything that can go wrong will go wrong and has gone wrong. So yeah. Yeah, it's been one of those mornings. Yes, we are going to start with some breaking news. Amorim has been sacked as Manchester United manager. I'm not surprised after what he said yesterday in his press conference. I did watch the boys over the agenda last night, and to be fair, I think, you know what? I think a lot of them thought he would get to get the Wednesday game, and then he would be sacked after that. But look, this is football. Man United have just come out and said, right, he's been sacked, so we'll get the latest on that. Right, the latest you guys are waiting for on Thomas Frank. I'm just putting it onto a PDF now, and then we will dissect what I was sent last night after yesterday's diabolical 1-1 draw against Sunderland, and it was a disaster. That was not a good result yesterday by any means whatsoever. But I think I've had the night to think about it. And if I'm going to be bluntly honest with you guys, look, yes, we're all calling for Frank to be sacked. We're all calling for Frank to go. But what is there out there? Who's out there to take over? And for what I've been told, that this is the hierarchy are still behind the manager, are still behind Thomas Frank to do the job. They're going to give him time. They're going to give him time to do the job. And I do you know what? I think it's the right decision. As much as it's all frustrating us, I think we're going to have to stick with him for the season, and we just need to buckle in now. Buckle in for the season, go for it, and just happily. We're going to see where it takes us, because at the moment we cannot sack the manager, because where will we be? And at Manchester United are up in what, 7th place, 6th place, and they've sacked their manager. Where do they go? Where do Man United go from there? Where do we go from here if we sack Thomas Frank? But this is what I was sent last night, guys. It says here the Tottenham's hierarchy has not made the decision to sack him immediately. There is no imminent threat of him being dismissed despite poor results. The board are currently focused on strengthening the squad and giving Frank time to turn things around. Tottenham are preparing the transfer moves this January that align with Frank's plans, which suggests the club is backing him in the window rather than planning his instant replacement. There is a growing pressure from the fans and media pundits who want Frank out because of the recent poor Premier League form and uninspiring performances. Some sack talk has intensified in the press, including speculation about potential replacements and doubts about his credentials. Do you know what? We're in such a mess, aren't we? We're in such a mess. And again, apologise, no camera. I really do apologise. Woke up this morning, running around trying to get sorted, and then my camera wouldn't work. That's why I was late. That's why I was probably 10, 15 minutes late. So I do apologise. Let's see who's in the chat this morning. Big up to Simon Cohen's becoming YouTube member. Big up to you, bud. Big up to you us all. That was me saying sorry, I had some tech issues. Big up to Leo Starman, the only man who wants me to go and put on my David Bowie LB. Big up to you, Leo. I hope you're doing well, bud. Big up to Matthew. He says, wow, Amorim got sacked. He certainly did. Leo goes, really? Giant goes, yes. Just came up on my news feed. Yeah, just happened in the last few minutes that he's got sacked. So big up to you, Giant. We got I am drinking from your okay, whatever. Big up to you, bud. Amorim sacked. Wow. Crazy. We've got Leighton Richards, Lee Richards, Amorim massacre. Nuno apparently soon to join them on the dole. Suddenly Spurs look like a model of stability. Do you know what? They actually do, actually. We do look like a club that's stable, to be fair. When it's Frank, in fact, he's not. Matthew, he's not. He'll be here for the season. Imagine Frank Massacre Amorim getting sacked in the same week. I don't think it will happen. Was sacked for speaking the truth. He was sacked for speaking the truth. And I did watch it last night, Colin, and I did watch the press conference last night, Amorim's press conference, and I watched Thomas Frank's press conference. And where you got Thomas Frank just babbling on like a babbling idiot, and you got Amorim just spouting facts, that really was a mic drop, press conference. I am the manager. I'm not a Conte. I'm not a Tuchel. I'm not a Mourinho. And then he went on to say, which I thought was brilliant as well, the sporting director has to do his job. The tea lady has to do her job. Blah, blah, this. I'm the manager. I'm not a coach. I'm the manager. I'm here for 18 months. Well, you ain't there any longer, but I just feel with this derail Manchester United season, I think there's going to be a whole hell of protest now from this. And I think you're in for a rough ride, Conor. And I'm sorry to say it. I think you are. I don't know who you're going to get in. You did talk about that last night, who will come in there. I did ask who will you get in. There's only two managers I think that could save your season. Xavi is one. And Glasner wants to leave Crystal Palace, but is he going to leave Crystal Palace? I think Xavi's your next manager. Just off the top of my head. Great, Amorim gets sacked, and we're left with the manager. Tactics, our lads are defending the point from minute one. Yeah, I know, Carl, it is bad. It is bad. Sesko was a huge gamble. He was flopping big time. It just shows the huge doubt throughout the story. Well, look, they were after Watkins, and they didn't get Watkins, and I think that might have been the beginning of the end for Amorim. In my opinion. Thomas Frank starting tactics is left back in the locker room. It is. Actually said, who cares? I don't know. You're talking about who cares about Amorim, who cares about Thomas Frank? One and the other. Carl's big up to you, Carl. Big up to you, Colin, as well. Did anyone think that when yeah. I'm going to say it now, and then we'll talk about it a bit tonight when we do the show tonight, guys. And big up to everyone that's watching. Sorry again about the camera. I will get it fixed for tonight. But did anyone think we'd be here back where we were when after we sacked Ange? I don't think anyone thought we'd be down playing this bad football and where we are. So big up to you, actually. Good point, actually. Yeah. I don't know what you're saying. That's bollocks, me or what's going on. Big up to Rob. He says Amorim got sacked. He did. Big up to Carl. Says thank God there's no camera. Sturmo doing it. And I'm not doing a naked stream. You fucking. Do you know what? You're weird. You know that you've got weird fetishes you have. You really do, bud. That you're one of my closest friends, so I hope you take that as meant. I believe a manager needs to earn the right to earn another transfer window. Frank has failed miserably. Look, I'm not happy with Frank, but what we're going to do, sack another manager. Where does that send us? Nowhere. They're just waiting. They're just waiting for the window to close. And now, do you know what? Actually, you may be right, and you may be right. But look, I trust what I get sent from the people I use, and as soon as I get it, I give it to you guys, and that's what I've always done. So you take it, you take it. You can believe it or not believe it, but we've never been wrong yet, and I'm not going to start being wrong now. Like they did with Ange. We've got Nye, big up to you, Nye. A lot of new faces. Please hit the like button and subscribe button if you can, bud. People really would appreciate the support. Frank needs back in ASAP. Yes, he does. Frank needs to pack his bags. Big up, Domi. Big up, Simon. Thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member as well, bud. Really appreciate it. So kind of you. Uh, this is this is what they said before the sack to Ange. I don't care. Xavi or Southgate, maybe Southgate could be going to Man United. I'm sure Colin would love that. Colin would love that. Who else we've got in? Matthew says Amorim. Do you know what? That wouldn't be a bad shout, actually. Darren Fletcher has taken over Amorim's job at Man United, probably on an interim basis, I would say. I wanted to keep Ange for the momentum. Do you know what? Actually, I think I was in that boat as well. But look, once he gets sacked, and once you know he's getting sacked, I think you've got to get behind a new manager. But look, he needs to change things around big time. He really does. He needs to change things around big time now. He really does. We've got Matthew saying Amorim now. We've got Spurs saying Amorim in. You weren't saying that when you messaged me at 2 in the morning. I don't know what I'm saying to you at 2 in the morning, to be fair, Carl. Amarin's available. There you go. Matthews wants Amarin. I am in it. It's just let the dust settle. I fell asleep watching Spurs. Xavi yeah, Xavi or Southgate. And then we've got Giant. Didn't Poch want to go to Man United? He did want to go to Man United, but if Spurs job comes available, will he want to come to Tottenham? That's the question. Just putting it out there. But look, I read it to you once again. This is the latest that I got last night. Tottenham's hierarchy has not made the decision to sack him immediately. There is no immediate threat of him being dismissed despite poor results. The board are currently focused on strengthening the squad, given Frank time to turn things around. Tottenham are prepared transfer moves this January that aligns with Frank's plans, which suggests the club is backing him in the winter rather than planning an instant replacement. There is growing pressure from the fans, media pundits who want Frank out because of poor Premier League form and inspiring performances. Some sack talk has intense in the press, including speculation about potential placements and doubts about his credentials. Do you know what? This could be famous last words, couldn't it? This could be turn around. We could wake up tomorrow morning and Thomas Frank's been sacked. We could get to 3 o'clock today and Thomas Frank's been sacked. It's just we don't know, do we? We don't know what the club are thinking. We don't know what's happening. Look, all I can do is bring you the latest, guys. Look, there is a few shows tonight. I'm going to end it there. There's a few shows tonight. We've got the transfer show tonight. We will talk more about this tonight as well at 8 o'clock. Me and Rain. We're going to talk a bit more about the Amorim situation. Now, let me ask you a question, guys, before I finish, right? And I would love to know the answer. Would you take Amorim at Tottenham? Would you take Amorim at Spurs? And do you think he would be the right man at Tottenham? Yeah, I just want to see. Good. Okay, I've got a couple of no-nos. Right, I'm just seeing what the chat think. Okay, Aussie Frank Lover, absolutely not. I've got a few no's. Anyone with a yay? That would be fun. Hound Godsworth, Spurs back in Frank. And okay, I would take Aussie Adidas at this point. Carl, that means a yes from Carl. No chance, says Ashley. Yes, says Column. Column's spinning it now. Look, I think, look, I still don't want Frank. We get it, Ashley. You don't want Frank. We get it, but he's the manager at the moment. He's our manager. He's in the hot seat. There's nothing we can do about it. I know the performances are bad. I know every anyone but Frank at this point. I think that's the best one on the streams. Oh Lord, that's funny. Big up to you, one Spurs King. Absolutely, that's really made me chuckle. Colin is now Amorim's agent. Yeah, he is actually. Haven't I think I was upset by Frank, but we need painful Weber, and I think. Do you know what, Spurs side chat? I think we can all be upset with Thomas Frank, but we do need a pain. This squad isn't good enough. Me and Tequila did that before Christmas, didn't we? And the only player we said that would get into any championship winning side is Mickey Van der Ven. We said Romero will get into a top four side, but we do need a painful rebuild. And I'm sorry, whoever takes the job on is going to have to go through this rebuild. So I think Thomas Frank is probably the man that's going to go through this rebuild. It isn't good enough. I'm not saying the football's good enough, but it's not. We shouldn't be down in 14th, 13th, 14th place. But we need a rebuild. The squad's not good enough. And somebody's got to be a manager while we do it. And I think Thomas Frank's going to be that manager. I'm sorry. But, we're only 4 points off fifth place. I mean, that's how tight the Premier League is. I mean, there is a lot. If we beat Bournemouth away on Wednesday and results go away, then we're back up to seventh again. That's how tight the league is. That's how tight it is. So I think we can all be disappointed with results yesterday and the way we're playing. But I think you can also sack your way into more trouble by sacking the manager. And yes, we all want we all think the manager is. We're all dismayed with the manager at the moment. We're all upset with him. We know it's not good enough. But look at Manchester United this morning, sitting above us, sack their manager. You look at Chelsea sitting well above us, sack their manager. Are we going to be Tottenham ones going to be ones laughing at the end of the season where we probably get a bit of momentum where them two teams flunder a little bit? And that's the question. Have Manchester United made the right decision? Have Chelsea made the right decision? Are we making the right decision staying by our manager? And we have to wait and see, don't we? We do have to see. Look, there's a lot of criticism out there and rightly deserved as well after yesterday's performance. But I think sometimes you can make rash decisions and it does go against you. Big up to Ozzy. Yeah, the squad is terrible, mate. I totally agree with you. The squad needs changing absolutely big time. It really does. Frank is clueless. He lost the win yesterday sitting back. Yeah, again, that is another argument to sack Frank because of yesterday. I get that. But I think the counter argument to that is he hasn't got a squad to work with. He hasn't had really one proper window. So we need to give him time to do his job. He's only been in the job 6 months. We got to give him time to do his job. And look, I may be his biggest one that probably wants him gone as well, wants him sacked and wants a change. But even I have to realise that we can't keep sacking managers. The problem is the players. They're the problem. The manager is the cheaper option to get rid of. But if you look at it deep down, it's the players. We need a new squad and we need to spend big money to rebuild this squad. um, it says I'm a mod from Samba Stream, the show you guys did the other week. Thank you so much, Ozzy. Very kind of you, bud. Yeah, we try to do good streams here. We're getting Sava on again in the next week or so. But great, I like Sava. I got great time for Sava. Speaks his mind, which I like about. Well, you right, you're our mod con, so you do have the power. The guy bought on a DM when we should have gone for another. We didn't have another attacking person on. Our bench looked soft yesterday as well. So, not all of it's Thomas Frank's fault. This is 25 years of mismanagement, 25 years of a squad not being built properly. So look, I just think yesterday, it's a combination of everything. It really is. Big up the column. United. United will start winning because they need to take attention away. So the players would. Yeah, I know. I know. Frank is a puppet for Enoch and spotlight on him, not Enoch. Look, look, stop making excuses. What am I making an excuse for? A, the squad's not good enough. We all know that. B, we're not getting the results at the moment. C, what's the point of sacking the manager after 6 months being in charge? Yes, we sacked Nuno for less, and we've sacked a lot more managers for less. And there's a lot of fans out there who would rather have Frank gone now. But who do you want to bring in? So I'm asking you a question. If you want Frank sacked, right, and you sack Frank sack in the morning, who do you want to come in as manager? And who do you think will do a better job? Now, if you say bring Ange back, then that's not an answer because Ange ain't coming back. I'm asking you, for the managers that are out there looking at a job, who do you want to bring in? The squad is not good enough. The squad is far not good enough. So you're telling me it's okay to have Richie up there, who, as a striker, you're telling me that Ben Davis was great to see Ben Davis play at left back. You think the squad's good enough? I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. Yeah, we did attack yesterday, and it was great to see, wasn't it? It was great to see in the first half. Second half, we sat back, and I think that got frustrated. Then we had warning after warning, and then I did say in the watch along that if Sunderland get one big chance, they will take it, and they did take it. And it's disappointment, isn't it? It's disappointing that we threw away 3 points. It was a draw that felt more like a defeat. But yeah, with the way we played first half, Aussie Frank Lover was absolutely brilliant, and that's the way I want us to play. Fans want to use context for Frank, but where we're just context. Look, I was Ange's biggest supporter. If you come onto this channel, if you actually did watch this channel last season, I was Ange's biggest supporter for the whole way through. So don't come here and saying, well, was this contact for Ange? I was Ange's biggest supporter last season. So, you know, um, oh, I'm sorry. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. Everyone is entitled to an opinion. Where am I going? Morani put across behind. See, that was the problem. Morani at one point was in, and all Richie had to do was put a first time ball in, but he didn't. He took 2 extra passes and didn't do it. The only cross he got was when he crossed it. I'd rather sack that. Exactly, Nicholas. You know, I think we can easily sack a manager, right? And say it's all the manager's fault. Yeah, we can sack the manager. But what's that going to achieve? Please tell me, what is that going to achieve? It's going to achieve nothing. It's going to achieve absolutely bugger all. Because it just doesn't achieve anything. It really doesn't achieve a damn thing. Anyway, guys, look, I'm going to leave it there. We are back on at 8, so we're going to talk more about this at 8, guys. But yeah, the latest is Tottenham Hotspur are going to stand by their man. They are going to stand by Thomas Frank. They are going to back him in this transfer window. I think Thomas Frank, from my understanding, is here to the end of the season unless things get really, 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 really bad. No, Rich. Yeah, exactly. You're right, Matt. Results, performances, I'm afraid, and it is a results business, football, isn't it? It is a result business, and at the end of the day, it's a results business. Richie was the only one was trying to make. Oh God, what's this all this love for Richie? Richie, oh dear, I don't know. I do not know. Big up to Lang needs to go. Yeah, totally agree. No confidence. Lang leaves Villa. They are flying. Lang comes to Tottenham. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely spot on, Bod. But guys, look, we're back at 8 o'clock tonight. So join me then, me and Rain, as we talk all things Tottenham. And then my camera will be fixed by then, I promise. But on that bombshell, I shall speak to you later. Tottenham, Frank here, possibly. Well, Frank, from what I'm being told, Frank's here to the end of the season. So let's get behind the team. Let's put away. Let's see can we improve. Performance is going to improve, but let's get behind the team. We've got Bournemouth away on Wednesday, and let's go and get a result there. Come on, you Spurs. Please, 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 Tottenham, buy somebody today. Make us happy. Come on, you Spurs.